soon as we hit. All right, we're going live right now.
So can I start this song off?
I didn't even know Aries was rapping, man. That's crazy.
Wow, you about to hear it.
Let me tag you guys real quick, bro. I haven't tagged everybody yet. Hold on. Or are we going?
So what are we doing with the beer?
We're not
We're
online.
live right now.
Well, that's off to a late start. But here we are at the R-Rated Radio. We wanted to get together tonight to just kind of go over a few things. There's a big show coming up on Monday, and I just thought it was a good idea for us to get together on a Wednesday to, just kind of go over some kinks. As you guys know, the year is coming to an end. 2015 is wrapping up, and we're here to welcome 2016. And the way we're going to do this is with the Winter's Fist edition next week that we will have on Monday. So I would like to invite you guys in to that for that episode right now. I mean, just from now on, put it out there. The way people are going to find out is through word of mouth. So do us a favor and just kind of spread the news about Winter's Fist. It's going down Monday. So as far as today's podcast, I wanted to get started off with a little bit something different. And I have created a group called Stronger, and here with me is Demetrius Davis. He's one of the members of the Stronger group, and basically just a little bit of background for the Stronger team. It's basically a men's group for troubled men. You know, people that have gone through struggles and made it through, and now they have a story to tell. So that's kind of the theme and behind the group Stronger, and I just thought it was important to bring my boy Meech in to kind of tell us about his story, and so I'm gonna give him a real quick interview. Meech, how you doing, boss?
I'm doing good.
All right, how you doing today? I mean, what'd you get done doing? Were you working out today, or tell us about your daily life as of right now?
Man, I was just at home watching my son. You know, I got him for the weekend, so I was just spending some time with him.
And well, that's one thing that really impresses me about your story, Meech. There's a lot of fathers out there that they don't respond, they don't take care of their kids, and they get they get bashed for that. We see a lot of bashing on fathers, but you're not that kind. I mean, ever since you came out of prison, you were the first one there for your son. You had custody with him, and I mean, you've been taking care of him ever since. That's sacrifices, man. A lot of us, man, could salute you for that, boss. Because for real, I mean, not everybody takes the time and goes through the it takes the discipline to be a father, and not only for yourself but for your son. So much props to you on that, bro. Much props.
Thank you.
So let's get started with these questions, man. If these questions might be a little bit awkward, but they're they're just kind of some questions to bring it out of you, man. I want to see what you're about. I want to see if you're secure about yourself. I want to see how you feel. All right. So the first question right here, I'm gonna go with if money did not matter, what would you do with your life?
Man, if money didn't matter, I would dedicate myself to helping troubled youth.
Good question, man. Never go around there. We could definitely do some work with that. And you being part of Stronger, I mean, that's definitely going to fall into place. So next question here, what is the biggest misconception about you?
Man, the biggest misconception about me is probably my appearance. You know, people judge a lot about my tattoos and, stuff like that, but
I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people do that, bro. I mean, and without even knowing it, a lot of people prejudge, and it's in the back of their mind, But I mean, a lot of us face that, and people like you that are in Stronger, I mean, it's easy to prevail through those types of issues. So let me go to the next question here. What about beauty or brains, bro? How do you pick them? Beauty or brains?
I'd rather have the brains.
Brains. Tell me why, real quick. Why not the beauty?
Because the beauty, I mean, it's nice for a while, but then, when it's all said and done, it really don't even mean anything.
Nah. So it's about the brains. You want something to build with. I got you, bro. Empire type. All right, here we go. What is your weapon of choice? Now, remember, this is not always a literal term when we say weapon.
Okay, my weapon of choice, I think, would be my patience.
Your patience? Good answer. Good answer. Why would you say that?
That's just 'cause I'm real patient, You know, I'm not real quick to move or anything like that. You know, I study a little bit. You know, just try to figure out when to make the right move.
Right. That's like it goes back to our jiu-jitsu training, man. Flowing like water.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be a shape. You got to just flow with whatever's coming. So yeah, patience definitely plays part when you use that weapon, because you got to wait for the right moment to strike. So
Yeah, no doubt.
definitely feel you on that. Let's move on to the next one. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh man, Gabrielle Union.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure one of us right here at least could agree with you on that one. Can you? What was your first one?
How old is she? I don't even know who that is, man.
Who is
Gabrielle Union.
What was she in?
No,
Dwayne.
she was that black girl that's in it's real hot. She's mostly
It's Dwayne Wade's wife.
That doesn't narrow it down any.
You ever
at
seen Mary?
all.
You ever seen Mary Jane? You ever seen I can't think of. I can't. Dang, I had that on the tip of my tongue too. The other movie she was in.
She's been in many movies. I can't. Can you pull it up at all? Gabrielle Union, y'all. Definitely some eye candy there.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
So that's your first celebrity crush. Gotcha.
All right. I know what you're talking about now.
Yo,
You see what that?
she's
Okay.
beautiful, ain't she?
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's your choice right there. So let's go to the next one. What is your family's nickname for you?
Everybody in my family calls me Meech.
Meech. Gotcha. You still keep that around?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
What is your most embarrassing guilty pleasure? What is the most embarrassing guilty pleasure you have?
You know, I got this thing. It may sound crazy or whatever, but I like to, cocky people. You know, I like to see them beat at their own game.
Gotcha. And you get pleasure from seeing people just kind of get destroyed at what they thought they were good at.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that could probably help you out in the MMA game here. What is the last book you read?
The last book I read was this book called Fearless. It was about this Navy SEAL operator. His name was Adam Brown or Tom Brown, one of the two.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Name one thing that scares you.
Man, me not being able to provide for my son.
Right. I think that's one thing that scares all of us, man. That's a good thing. That's a good fear to have. Keeps you in line, boss. All right. What's the biggest mistake you've ever made?
Man, not going to college.
Not going to college?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know. I just said the biggest mistake you've ever made. For some reason, I kept thinking about Steve Harvey in the background. You know how he just got that thing wrong.
Yeah.
It definitely. I don't know. It made a lot of buzz, man. But that's really like a petty issue. It's a real petty issue. People making a big deal out of it.
Was that the thing that was on Facebook?
Man,
Yeah,
everybody's always upset about
Oh, yeah, I heard
everything.
about that, man. I was just.
The important thing, he owned up to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's. He apologized as a man, and we should all just move on from it. Let's keep going with the next one. Who would you cast to play you in a movie about your life?
Man, I think it would be my cousin Chris.
Okay, so you don't want to go with a live celebrity?
No.
Okay. All right. If you ran for president of the United States, who would be your running mate?
Oh, man, I got a friend that I went to high school with. His name was Richard Dixon.
Okay. Why would you pick him?
Because Richard is real political. He's real smart, And when you had asked me that first question, that's just the first name that popped in my head.
Gotcha. Well, if he's listening to us, shout out to him, man. Who is your favorite TV mom?
Oh, man. I think the lady off of Bernie Mac. I can't think of her name, though.
Oh man, you gotta think about a name. Google it or something. But we'll get back to that one. If you could tell me one person to shut up, if you could tell one person to shut up, who would it be?
Donald Trump.
All right, I heard that. All right, here we go. Who would you die for?
Who would I die for? My mom.
Mom, definitely. Definitely your shorties. I mean, for me, it's definitely my kids. Definitely, my mother. And it's all on the situation. That's a tough question. Sometimes you got to think about if you would die for somebody that's older than you, like your mother and stuff like that. you know, it's a tough choice because yes, you know, we do love our mother very much and everything, but we still have our own kids to take care of. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you die for some, but then these these other people are gonna need you. You know, so it's kind of like a tough choice to make there, man.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have like one specific person I would die for. Like,
Right. But you just loved ones in general, whatever the situation was, depending.
right.
Gotcha. Name one celebrity with who you would not procreate with under any circumstance.
Oh, Iggy.
Iggy. Dang. Under any circumstance.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's get the next one. Have you ever seen Mistaken, or have you ever been mistaken for another fighter?
No.
Never.
Nope.
So you stand out as your own guy, huh?
Yep.
Gotcha, Meech. Here we go. Name one sex act you would never perform if you were the opposite sex.
Giving head.
Well, that's kind of like an awkward question. I mean, if
But you know.
I mean that's what you're going with, though. I got you. I mean, that one right there, I would have just said no comment to. All right, here we go. When was the last time you cried?
Oh, in 2014.
2014.
When I was locked up.
Okay. All right. And do you want to share a little bit about that at all?
You know, it was just dealing with just life in general. You know, me being away from my family, my kid. You know, not being able to really talk to anybody, or you know, just you know, a lot of stress and stuff like that. Dealing with the stuff that goes on in there, kind of weigh on you.
Right, and it's the thing, you know. One of I have this motivational speaker that I have a real good relationship with, and we have you know, we have deep conversations at times, and he always tells me that us as men, you know, we need four things all the time. We need to have you know, a job, you know, so we could feel like we're actually doing something. We're making money. We're supporting our own.
Mm-hmm.
We also need to have something we do on the side to kind of like as a pleasure, you know. And then we also need our loved ones, you know, love from our loved ones. And
Yeah.
you know, there's certain things that and when these things are imbalanced, they kind of weigh down on us, man. And no matter how strong of a fighter or of an athlete we may be, you know, when too many of these things just kind of fall on us, you know, sometimes we don't have anywhere else to turn, so we do cry. You know, a lot of us that have been through these tough times, man. I mean, sometimes we just don't know what else to do. But being part of Stronger, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, those are the things that it puts you on the right track. You know, with programs like that, as you could probably speak right now, that those are the type of programs that kind of make you look at things through a different view. And that's why I'm glad to have you on board, and I'm glad to I'm excited to work with you here in the future, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's go to the next question. What's the greatest personal tragedy you have ever experienced?
The greatest personal tragedy, man, I would have to say, man, it was me going to prison. I guess it was a tragedy to me because, you know, I had a lot of things going on at the time. My MMA, you know, that just alone, like, you know, put a dent in my plans. Like,
Well, tell us a little bit about that. So more or less, you know, just give us a brief, you know, 30-second kind of, you know, background on you, man. Tell us how you started, you know, becoming an athlete, and tell us a little bit about that. Like, I remember you played soccer, and then you've also done MMA, and then before you got into some trouble. So tell us about, you know, about that a little bit, and then tell us about how you reacted to that once you got out, and how you reflected from that.
Okay, yeah, I was doing MMA and I had got in trouble, you know, just being around the wrong people, and you know, I had got locked up for it. And when I was in, I had a lot of time to think about, you know, the stuff that I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And so, you know, I got out.
How long were you in there, bro?
I was in there for almost 3 years, like 2 years and 8 months.
So you had definitely a lot of time to sit and think about things.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So I got out, and I had a plan. The important thing is that you having a plan when you get out. It's,
Exactly.
So I had a plan. I got a job. Got to working and stuff like that. To stay out the way. I still train. My jujitsu.
What about with the soccer team over there in Elkhart?
Oh yeah, I play soccer at Indiana Invaders.
Got it.
So.
Awesome. Well, that's good, man. That you're staying active. You're staying, the relationship with your son is still alive and well, and you got good things to look forward to. Last question here I'm going to ask you is, what is the quickest way to pick a fight with you?
Man, just disrespect me. It don't matter how you disrespect me. Just disrespect. Period. I just don't tolerate it.
Gotcha. All right. This is actually the last question, and it's not a question. It's a statement. All right. I'm going to ask you something, and you finish the sentence for me. All right. By this time next year, go.
By this time next year, I want to be established with my MMA career.
Okay. Just to top it off, you can't say that without giving me a plan. Like we just got talking about, you need a plan. So we'll leave it off with your response to this question. How do you plan on getting ready for your MMA career this coming year?
Man, training hard. I go do my jits with Gary Bristow on Mishawaka Avenue.
Right.
I'm looking forward to getting my belts and stuff like that, and training hard and getting myself. The most important thing is getting yourself mentally prepared.
Right. He was excited to have you over the other day. By the way, he gave me a call, let me know that you stopped by at over there at Mishawaka Avenue. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, good job, bro. Thanks for having you on the show. Thanks for letting me interview you, and I hope to see you here in the future. Maybe you help us out here.
All right. Thank you.
All right, boss. Let's move on to our next section of the show, which is the Red Corner. And this section of the show is where I'm going to turn it over to Kyle Forrester for the lab notes. Kyle?
All right. We're going to do a few MMA-related things. How do you feel about Hoist Gracie and Ken Shamrock fighting each other again?
Well, first of all, this is a classic bout, bro.
That's real classic.
Before anything, MMA, for me, this is like in the infancy. This is who I grew up looking at, man. So this is classical to me, bro.
I have mixed feelings on it.
Okay.
I feel, as a general rule, 2 60-year-old men should not be in the cage fighting.
Is that how old they are?
They're getting close, man. They're damn
How old
near.
are they officially?
I think 53 and 54 or something
Wow.
like that.
Yeah, they're at least 55 at maybe.
Yeah, they're up there, bro. But I also think they've earned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've earned the right to fight.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't want to see them fighting every week and, you know what I mean, taking knockouts and getting,
Right.
Just having a terrible time in life, as life goes on. But I will say I'm kind of excited for it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Those are good views, man, because you're right. This is MMA, and we've worked so hard to make it legit. So all the moves that MMA makes, or they're made in the behalf of MMA, we like for them to be legit. So yes, you're right. Having two overaged fighters, that may be, I don't know if there's a rule for it or not, but that's kind of risking it. I agree with you.
That lies within the commission.
Okay.
I don't think, at an amateur show that they would let anybody that's 55 years old or 60
Right.
years old get in and fight. But also, we don't have Hoist Gracie and Ken Shamrock showing up to any of the amateur shows we go to either.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, like I said, I think it's kind of like iffy, but at the same time, we're talking about two legends that started the sport that we're talking about. So I don't think we have the right to tell these guys, "Hey, man, you're too old for the sport that you started."
Right.
So I think we owe it to them to at least give them the platform
I
to do
I
this.
still think Hoist has his shit together though.
Yeah,
He's a great. He's been rolling the entire time. He hasn't stopped. He has. You know what I mean?
You got to remember the
And he's
disciplines.
black belt. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
I seen something today where he said he thinks his self today could beat his self at UFC 1
You see,
That's a big statement.
because he's evolved.
You get a boxer and you get a jiu-jitsu grappler. Now, you never stop learning jiu-jitsu. And
Absolutely.
you don't take the punishment you do to your
No.
head when you're doing boxing.
Now, what do you think of Ken Shamrock though? You think Ken Shamrock today could beat Ken Shamrock in '93?
He cannot, and
No.
I
that's
say
that's what
absolutely no.
No.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. A jiu-jitsu, artist that stays in the game as long as they have. I think he gets better and better because jiu-jitsu is to favor the weak, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So-
and
so
that's
then-
what it was invented for.
Right, and so then Ken Shamrock's his power is through punches, through wrestling, through all, and that wears down.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I think definitely Royce has the advantage here.
I do think that Shamrock's jiu-jitsu has to be way better than it was in '93. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if he goes to the ground with Royce, it's gonna be
I think
just
it's
bad.
I think it's over. Because man, I think Shamrock's just looking for a payday, honestly.
Well,
because
it might be.
and I'm not mad at him,
yeah.
but I mean, you watch that fight with him and Kimbo. And
Right,
it
right.
Oh man, his hands were
Right.
horrible. Like
I mean, he
Right, I definitely
faded
think
quick.
this is going to be a on the ground fight, and I favor Royce. I mean, that's the match.
I'm calling Hoist Gracie, second round, triangle.
yeah, I was gonna say I think he's gonna take his
I'd
back.
go with something like that too because I know that Shamrock's going to come in hard, man. He's going to come in hard. I give him that much. I won't estimate anything under than that.
The only way that I don't like this fight for Hoist is it's not like it was back at I think when did they fight UFC 3 I believe. The timer doesn't go up like it used to. You know what I mean? Where you
Right.
just fight until the fight's over. Now it's he's got 15 minutes to get in and do his thing.
Right.
And that's most of the time you watch the Gracie's fight. That's not how they implement their game plan. They'll lay on the bottom and smack you in the ears until something opens up, and then they'll choke you.
Right,
Man.
right. Well, all right, let's move on to the next one.
All right. The next one is Ben Henderson is open for free agency from the UFC.
So what does this
Do you-
entail?
This his contract's up,
Okay.
so he could sign with another promotion. He owes the UFC's no more fights.
Gotcha.
So now would be a good time for a promotion like Bellator to
Right.
come and grab him up, because he's
Yeah.
he's a high profile name. He's a good fighter.
Do you think he will re-sign with UFC?
with
Do you
the
think he have
UFC?
another? I mean, does he have
Um,
another round, man? Do you think he still has some?
Absolutely.
Right.
He just moved up to 170 pounds, and he's 2-0 at 170.
Is he that big
And-
now?
Yeah, he. I think with the IV ban, I think that kind of forced him to move up because he was a huge 155er,
Yeah, he
and
was
he's
big.
a decent sized 170. He's a big ass dude,
Right.
and so he beat Brendan Thatch, and I mean that's a tough guy. So he's looking at the top of the heap at 170 right now already.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's also a promotion in Korea that offered him $200,000 a fight, which is more than I think he's making with the UFC.
Man, that's a lot of money.
And I mean, I would be tempted to take the money, but the problem with that is you don't know how many cards is this place going to put on before they fold.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before they're gone.
Right.
And I think he's got a legitimate chance at 170 to make a title run.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think he should just keep signing with. the
What do you
UFC.
have next there on your Ross?
I've got Nick Diaz accused George St. Pierre of steroids in their first fight.
He was just mad. So,
Yeah.
he was just mad.
I mean, it could be a rumor. It could be true. I mean,
Um,
how legit you think this is?
I
What-
don't buy into it. I think GSP was a clean fighter. But that's one of the things though too, man. There's been plenty of people that I could have told you were clean that came out
Right.
and pissed dirty.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
one thing I will add, bro, especially for fighters like Saint Pierre, we're talking about people that have a lot of pressure on them. We're not talking about small promotions. We're talking about world leading promotions here. So for him to be coming up to a fight, or he got an upcoming fight or whatnot. You never know, man. You just never know nowadays how much pressure they have and
Right.
and what the corners they're gonna cut.
Well, there's vast benefits to using steroids to recover from injuries,
Right.
and I would be all right with them using for that, but there's no way to regulate it is the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Is somebody starts off using it to heal their knee up, and then after that, where's the line? Where do
Right.
you
Where
have
you
to
draw the
stop
line.
taking it? When is it performance enhancing? When is it? But I think as a whole, I'm pretty sure GSP was clean.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, he's a real respectable fighter.
I mean, he's the greatest of all time. So
Right.
you give him the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll do the same.
Yeah, it's
And
my
plus, I
favorite
mean,
fighter.
even though I like Nate Diaz, he's known to be a controversial. He started stuff. So I mean,
Nick.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
Nick.
Nate.
It
Nick.
was Nick.
Oh, it's
Nate's
Nick.
the
Got
55er.
you.
They're
Nick.
the same guy. They're
I
all
always get him
talking
confused,
shit.
bro. I always get him
Always.
confused.
No,
But
Nick
we
is
gotta love the Diaz brothers.
Nick is the one that got in trouble for. I think he might still be out on suspension, where he tested positive for marijuana,
Right,
and they tried
right.
to ban him for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I read that.
But I think they try starting their own promotion. I heard. I don't know where
I
that went.
didn't hear anything.
All
with
right.
that.
What else you got down there, boss?
The only other one I have was Julianne Panay, and I didn't know. Did you want to cover that now?
Yeah, we're getting ready to start our beer session here in a second. About 2 more minutes. So
Julia
let's
Pinell.
cover that up, and then let's get this beer cracking.
Julianne Panay, she is I believe, 135-pound fighter in the
Yes.
UFC. And she just got arrested last week for getting into a fight outside of a bar, where she kicked the owner in the testicles and I think a bouncer because they wouldn't let her inside. They had gotten in a street fight outside of the bar and wanted to go inside of the bar to clean up, and they told them, hey, we're closed, you can't come in. So they tried to force their way into the bar, got into a fight, got kicked out of the bar, and then ended up in another altercation, and then she was arrested.
Wow.
I think that's really just unacceptable.
I do too, but what's the punishment for that?
Right, I don't.
You let John Jones get away with how many things, you know what I mean? He's back as of now.
Yeah.
Where do you draw, you know?
Yeah.
You can't, I mean, short of cutting her, there's nothing they can really do. You can't suspend her. I mean, you could suspend her, I guess, but if you start taking away fighters' pay, you know what I mean? That's their
Right.
livelihood. What are they supposed to do?
Right, that's
Right,
how they
right.
support their family and stuff. So,
Right.
you know.
All right, well, gentlemen, without further ado, it is that time to crack that beer open. Where is the beer?
Where the beer is at.
my beer? Here's
I have mine right here.
I got mine of choice, the Guinness Nitro IPA.
That is also what I'm having.
Now, in this section of the show, can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Testing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In this section of the show, for anybody that's listening right now, if you guys know any local brewers, we're looking for local brewers at this time to sponsor this section of the show. So since we don't have any sponsors at this time, we're just gonna drink what we have here, Nitro IPA here. It even comes with a little mixing ball here, so you get the all wheat shook up. What are you guys drinking on over there?
Already got my Bud Light open.
Be careful with that. It'll spray.
Okay, I'm gonna get this away
Watch out with it.
from everything.
Well, I had a Bud Light.
So let's jump onto the trending issues. Kyle, you want to put the trending issues up?
Oh, yeah. Let me see what I can find here.
Nice. So anything that has been trending around the net on Facebook, media, we would like to cover it. If anybody is following us right now, you're more than welcome to join our conversation by commenting down there in the YouTube channel here. You could easily just scroll down to the side and place your comment there, and we will bring you into the show. If you have any feedback for us or anything
All
like
I
right.
think I got a question.
that. You got that? What's up, boss?
I was finna say, what do y'all think about Ronda Rousey getting a rematch versus Holly Holm? Do you think that she should get the rematch, or do you think that she should work her way back up to the rematch?
I think the problem with that is I give her the benefit of the doubt. I would give her the title shot. I think they're pushing for UFC 200 in July. I don't think that's enough time for her to heal up.
I don't think it is either.
I think anytime you get rocked like that, you should take 6-7 months off and then go back to training and have a full camp. So I wouldn't, if I were her, I wouldn't fight until August.
Yeah, 'cause
She got rocked, man. She got knocked the fuck out.
Right.
Like, there's no way around it, dude. She got pieced.
yeah.
And you know what? I will add this. I think this is a big issue that's going to come up more. And that's because, look, like we were talking about St. Pierre, the pressure that you have. Now, someone like Ronda Rousey, she was up there, bro. Her name was almost bigger than MMA. She was trying to represent females as a whole.
Absolutely.
You know, just as
A
a
lot of
strong
that.
figure.
A lot of that dies, though, man, with the
Right.
loss.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. With that loss, the point I'm trying to make is when you have somebody that high up on the ladder and they take a loss, it's the pain that they experience is it goes beyond physical. It goes to your heart and to your mind, man. Seriously, I've seen a lot of fighters that have fell off the game, and they're not even fighting still at this time. Why? Not because of an injury, but because of a loss. It just psychologically fucked them, man.
Yeah.
And they just, and that's why I've always, as a coach, I've always told my fighters, you got to learn how to win. Win with class. Be humble. Always know how to win, because when you don't win and I mean, things don't go as expected, you got to have that cushion, and that cushion is your humbleness. And a lot of people don't have that, so they hit fucking hard. When they hit hard.
Yeah.
It takes them out for weeks, months, sometimes never come back, man.
Yeah, it could be real detrimental. Like,
What's the first issue on the trendiness? Do you have that up?
Yeah, hang on one second. I had one more thing I wanted to say about Ronda.
Okay.
I think the fight to make is Holly Holm and Misha Tate.
Okay.
I think that's a good matchup for Holly. Misha's gonna try to wrestle her down. Holly doesn't have that great a ground game, so it's gonna be tough for her to keep it standing on the feet. I think Ronda was kind of exposed with her takedowns, that she doesn't really have anything besides judo throws.
Yeah.
Misha Tate's going to take that straight to the ground, and it's going to be a dogfight, and then I say Ronda should get the winner.
Yeah.
Are these all today's shows? Comments?
These from here down are
Yeah, that would be a good matchup.
Patrick Allen, my guy.
Who we got there so far today?
We've got Pat, Danny.
How you doing, Pat? Danny?
What's going on?
Shout
Pat?
out. You want
I would agree with you that Holly might have the skills to keep it standing pat. She certainly shut the takedown down with Ronda's judo throws. She kind of postured out of them.
Yeah. I'm talking about like every throw she tried to throw was just.
She just stood tall and postured out. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do.
I mean, she prepared. I mean, you could tell you're talking about a championship fighter, class fighter, that she was very well rounded and well prepared for Ronda. She knew what was coming.
Yeah,
Ronda does not have a shot though. She's got good throws. She has no.
She does have no wrestling.
You've seen her shoot for that shot, and it looked like her knee was gonna go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was starting to feel bad for Ronda. It was kind of like.
It was a thorough whooping. But how serious did she take the fight coming into the fight? You know what I mean? 12 fights in a row now. She's been the best in the world, and she hasn't had to she hasn't had to try very hard.
Right.
So she's refocused and ready to go. We'll see.
She better be.
All right. Let's see on the trending. Charlie Sheen talks about plans for the future and his commitments to finding a cure for HIV.
Oh wow.
Do you want to hear that from that guy after he spread it around like wildfire, or?
I mean, is this something to clean up his image? Like, let me undo the doing I did.
I mean, is that something he does, or should he just shut up and go away?
I think he should definitely not make a movie about it if he's ever thinking
that's
about
coming, man. There'll be a biopic here in like 6 months.
That's what I don't want to see. What else?
It won't even be good. It'll have his brother Emilio Estevez playing Charlie Sheen.
And probably have the whole Young Guns. What do you call it? Regulators. Wow. What else we got down there, Kyle?
Let's see. DeMarcus Ware, the Denver Broncos linebacker.
What we got down there?
My brother.
Can you see what he says?
He said, "What's up, people?"
What's going on,
What's
bro?
going on?
Thanks for listening in, man. What else we got over there in the trending issues?
DeMarcus Ware, the Denver Broncos linebacker, visits a high school team disguised as a recruit.
Oh wow,
I think
that's kind of dirty. Oh,
I wonder if he was hitting people out there. That'd be awesome.
I hope some good came out of it.
Yeah.
All right, here's a good one. Vivid Entertainment, the porn company,
Right.
they offered Miss
We all know
Columbia. Miss Columbia, they offered her $1 million to star in a film.
Oh wow.
So
I knew that
was that
coming.
was that the lady that
Yeah,
they thought that won that
so-
didn't actually
so
win,
Steve
right? That
Harvey-
wasn't the winner.
Right.
that was
He
the one
meant he
they
said
thought
it's
was.
Miss Columbia, and then it took it back, and I think it was Miss
So-
Philippines, right?
So so what do you do, man? Do you take the money?
I would.
I
if
mean,
was
Hell
her.
yeah.
What else do
You
you do
just-
right now? I mean, right now you got to put yourself in her shoes.
You've been thoroughly embarrassed. Did you just go the teen mom route and embarrass yourself more and just?
No, I mean you gotta put yourself in your shoes, man. She's mad at society. The whole world is like laughing at her right now. What could she not do? I mean, you gotta take it. You know how you live. So right now, you know she's taking the events that have just happened to her in a professional career, and she's making the best out of them. Okay, so she got some popularity out of this. You know, you got the world talking about Miss Columbia because of that. So I mean, whatever works for her, man. Not hating.
Yeah, that money I get.
No hating. I definitely want to see what comes out of this.
I say, I don't think she will, man. She's a little too classy. Has a Miss America or a Miss Universe or any of them ever done porn?
I don't know.
Probably.
That's
But
something
they
for the Google search.
But
I
they
guess.
should.
They probably posed in like
They all
Playboy
that
or something.
that should be in the contract. All the losers have to
Yes.
go do this while the winner. Yeah.
I mean, you need a cushion to fall back on. It just happens to be porn.
All right,
Right.
we're gonna get a bunch of feminists on here.
Oh my
And
god.
we're-
Hey, this is the R-rated radio, so we're allowed to say this. So go ahead.
All
Let's
right.
move on.
Manuel Yarborough. He was a competitor at UFC 3. Has passed away.
Oh, that sucks.
Do you remember who he was? He fought Keith Hackney. He was the big, like 600-pound sumo guy. Keith Hackney beat him with, I think, an open palm strikes to the face.
How did he die? Do you know? Does it say how he?
He was like 800 pounds, bro. Like,
It's probably heart attack. or
I
like
think
heart
it doesn't really
problem.
say. It just, like complications.
There was
That could be a lot of different things.
there
Yeah,
was
it just said that he passed away.
there was this a fighter out of Michigan, man, on the local news. He also passed away just yesterday. I think yesterday morning. Dom out of Michigan.
Dom.
So rest in peace for anybody that's listening from out that way.
All
Rest
right.
in peace, Dom.
Some of you younger kids might know this one. Drake Bell. He was the actor. He was on the Nickelodeon, I believe. He was on Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, the one that played the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actor arrested in California on suspicions of driving under the influence.
Oh wow.
Damn.
They turning up, ain't they?
Hell yeah.
He's like 30 years old now. Well, to be fair, he was like 30 years old when he did Drake and Josh. So
Celebrities gone wild.
he's
That's the
it's not like a
Hannah
little
Montana
kid
shit.
out drinking an old.
We got some right here. Let's do some political. Ted Cruz, the Washington Post pulls cartoon showing presidential candidates' kids as monkeys. Man, it gets crazy when
Hold on.
you go up to run for office. Man, they get serious. But as far as this in somebody's family, man,
He called them monkeys.
it says the Washington Post pulls up cartoon showing presidential candidates' kids as monkeys. Now Ted Cruz, he's got to be what, Cuban, I think.
I don't know.
I think he has Cuban background. I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Cruz. That's something.
Well, I mean that's Hispanic, but I think his background's from Cuba.
That's disrespectful.
Let's move on. 2 police officers shot near apartment complex. Official says this happened in Odessa, Texas.
Huh.
As long as that crazy shit stays down on the West Coast, man, they've had a lot of stuff going on out there.
I mean, it's coming over this
A lot
way.
of stuff.
Yeah, it's all over, man. It's just how people perceive it and how the media.
I think they're just more
Shows
open
it.
with it out.
We
that
got
way.
Paris Hilton out there, gossips blogger and Miss Universe 2015. Judge criticizes Miss Columbia, Ariadna Gutierrez. That's just a more drama there for you.
They didn't say why.
Well, let's click in. Do you have that same link out there?
I don't.
All right. Well, then,
I do have one more that caught my eye that's pretty cool.
what's that?
White Castle.
Hmm.
The chef created a cheeseburger pizza made out of sliders.
Oh, wow.
That's
so
dope. though.
that's coming.
Yeah, that's tight.
All right. Well, then let's take this next show. I mean, we covered the trending issues there. I want to take the next section to this show is called New Wave Music. So at this time, I would like to bring in new artists from around the area, and all genres are welcome. Now, so if you have somebody that would like to give us their music, so we could shout them out and play it and just kind of put them on blast. More than welcome to comment their information, send us their info. Be happy to work with them. But here live today, In the R-rated radio, I have DJ Joey P. Joey P, before we get started, you want to kind of give us a little bit of background on yourself and tell us a little bit about you? Kyle, you want to give him that mic here?
Yeah. Yo, what up? It's DJ Joey Bueno, man. I'm a local DJ in South Bend, Indiana. I've been DJing since I was like 13 years old, 14 years old, and I just got in the scene around like 2014. You know, I've always dreamed of DJing, and so far this year has been going good. I've been DJing a lot of house parties. My biggest event so far was the Neon Glow party. That shit was fucking jumping for real. I had 574 Dream Team. I had Tribe in there, man. I had a bunch of local rappers performing. You know, I'm not trying to do this by myself. I'm trying to bring my people from South Bend with me. So this is how we're doing it. I got my brother Paul, the producer. I'm a DJ, and my brother Paul, the producer, is a pretty big upcoming producer. Right now, he's producing Noodle Band's album, and he's actually had AK from Do or Die jump on his track. And you know, I'm just about to show you one of his beats right here. I'm about to show you one or two of his beats, and this is what it is.
Let's get it. Let's get it. This is local hip hop for you. This is local.
Yeah.
Support local hip hop, y'all. So again, how many years have you guys been working on this all together, bro?
Well, we've been doing this since we were young, and basically we just got into the scene about 3-4 years ago. We're from Texas. Me and my brothers are from Texas, and you know, we brought our talent from Texas
Shout
to
out,
South Bend,
shout out.
Indiana.
Gotta do it big for Texas, baby.
Yo, shout out to Texas. Yo, this is another one of his beats called Bang. Let's do this.
This is what it's all about to me, man. This is what it's all about. Having local talent, actually, you know, having people that from around the area that are so much interested in the music or any kind of art that they're willing to sacrifice and spend time working on their craft. This is the reason that I support local hip hop, local rock, local R&B, any type of music that's done locally, any type of artist that's done locally for that matter, you know, is definitely supported by the R-rated radio. So feel free to, you know, tune in and let me know, you know, anybody you guys want to shout out, anybody you guys know out there that needs to get put on blast. Do not hesitate to put them on the R-rated radio. This is when we trying to make stars, man. Local stars, come out.
Please put them on.
All right, is there anybody you want to shout out, brother, from out there?
Yo, I want to shout out first off TNO. I want to shout out DJ Big House. That's my man right there. DJ Big House, man, he just wrecked it last week it was a rave back at the kitchen. Man, that shit was fucking jumping.
Shout out to the kitchen.
Shout out to the kitchen. Shout out DJ Big House. Shout out to his team. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and wrap that up now.
There you go. There you have it. Paul, the producer, DJ Joey Bueno.
Thank you, Joey B, for having them tunes for us in the house. There's nothing like live music, fellas. Nothing like live music. Thank you. Appreciate that, boss.
Yeah.
Let's move on. This is it. Thank you guys for joining us today. This is episode. This is of the R-rated radio. Thanks for tuning in. This is also a promo for Monday. Do not forget to tune in. Monday's show is going to be very special. Like I said, that is where we're going to start the nominations for the Winter Fist of this year's Winter's Fist. So it's very important that you guys tune in. Tell all your friends to tune in with you. And I mean, that's all I got for today. What do you guys feel? Do you guys have any feedback or any comments? Closing thoughts?
Thanks everybody for paying attention to the show, listening to it. Appreciate it a lot.
Yes, all you guys that are sitting down there and they're actually taking the time to listen to us. Thank you. We thank you for your support. Anything that we play, that we say, anything, feedback is always welcome. So you guys, I mean, I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you guys just following, man. So thank you for being here with us one more time this week.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yo, I want to send a shout out to Texas. I got a viewer from Texas. Shout out to her.
Out there. Shout out. What's her name, bro?
Galidova.
Shout out.
We good? That it?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're out.
Get it.
We're
All
out.
right,